Hi, hello. Um, it's a very, very gloomy Sunday. 今日係超級灰嘅星期日啦。It has been raining heavily, and from the look of the trees, it's really windy outside. 咁成朝都係咁落雨落唔停啦，跟住睇啲樹搖下搖下，應該好大風啦咁樣。And it's all grey and dark， 咁而家係超級灰蒙蒙咁樣一片啦咁。So it's rather depressing， 咁所以咧個天氣都幾令人沮喪嘅。And what to do when it is like this？ 咁個天氣做咩好咧？咁I have some really really bad friends 我有啲好壞嘅朋友啊。咁咧今朝早就其實阿興講嘅呢個禮拜講咗好耐，即係話有個 game 好好玩 because like one of us was saying, like this game is really good, we should really buy it right now because it's on sale, so we can play it together online。咁佢就喺度講緊，佢話喂呢個 game 好玩啊，同埋咧on Steam 而家減價啦，咁跟住快啲買咗佢，大家一齊玩啦之後咁樣。And so like I was like okay I'll buy it， 咁我就好啦，我去買啦咁樣，because it's like it's really just a few bucks， 係即係40蚊港紙咁樣啦咁。So it's just really like, yeah, let's do it. 咁就好啦，買啦咁。And then of course, when you buy a new game, you cannot just buy it, you have to play it, right? 咁當然你買咗新 game 你就要玩啦，你唔會就咁買咗就算噶嘛。So I was playing the tutorial， 咁我就喺度學緊點玩嘅時候啦咁。And then my friend was like, can we play one now？ 咁我 friend 見到我 online 玩緊，佢就話喂，不如我哋一齊玩一鋪啦咁。So we had a game， 咁我哋就玩咗一鋪啦咁。And then I couldn't stop， 咁我同佢講完 good night 之後咧，and so he had to go to bed like afterwards because it's already 2 a.m. in Hong Kong。咁當然玩完已經係香港凌晨2點啦咁樣，咁我就咁佢要瞓覺啦，但係我停唔到啦，我就再玩多鋪啦同電腦。So and then I started another game with the AI 咁。啱啱玩完啦 ，so I just finished the game。咁啱啱玩完一鋪咁 ，I won the AI， 咁我贏咗個 AI 啦咁樣。And then I realized I still haven't read yet 我就發現我今日未讀書喎，so I have to read it now。咁我今日要開始讀書先啦。Read to Resist Day 184， 當閱讀也是抗爭第184日。A Concise History of Hong Kong by John Mark Carroll。香港簡史。從殖民地至特別行政區，著者高馬可，譯者林立偉。Although many British officials did not want another war over such a minor incident, the issue became a matter of national honor. When the Chinese refused to apologize to Pakistan, Boring assembled forces to attack Canton. For Boring, the Arrow incident was the perfect pretext to solve the remaining problems from the First Opium War and to revise the Treaty of Nanking on more favorable terms. Britain sent a punitive expedition, while France sent its own expedition, supposedly to punish the Chinese for the murder of a Catholic missionary in Guangxi province. With help from American naval forces, the Anglo-French forces eventually took Canton in December 1857, captured governor General Ye, who was exiled to Calcutta, and established an interim government under Parkes. 儘管許多英國官員不想為這麼小的事再打一場仗，但事件卻演變成有關國家榮辱之爭。中國人不肯向巴夏禮道歉，寶寧就集結兵力攻擊廣州。對寶寧來說，阿羅號事件是不可多得的藉口。可以解決第一次鴉片戰爭遺留下來的問題，並能修訂南京條約，令英國獲得更多權益。英國派出遠征軍程華，法國也以懲罰中國人在廣西殺害一名天主教傳教士為由，派遣法國遠征軍。英法聯軍得到美國海軍助陣，最終在1857年12月攻陷廣州，俘虜兩廣總督葉明琛，他被流放到加爾各答。並成立以巴夏禮為首的臨時政府。The Treaty of Tianjin, signed in June 1858 by China, Britain, France, Russia, and the United States, meant more indemnities, diplomatic residence in Beijing, the opening of 10 more Chinese ports to foreign trade, and access to China's hinterland for Western missionaries and traders. A supplementary treaty in October imposed a tariff on the importation of opium, effectively legalizing the opium trade. The war continued, however, with the Anglo-French forces occupying Beijing, burning the Summer Palace, and forcing the Shangfen Emperor into exile. The Convention of Peking, accepted in 1860 by the Emperor's younger brother, Prince Gong, raised the indemnities, reaffirmed the British right to diplomatic residence in Beijing, and ceded to Britain the Kowloon Peninsula along with the Stonecutters Island, a small island to the west of Hong Kong Island. 中國與英國、法國、俄羅斯和美國在1858年6月簽訂天津條約，中國需賠償更多賠款，容許外交人員駐設北京，再開放10個通商口岸，並讓西方傳教士和商人進入中國內陸腹地。其後在10月又簽訂通商章程善後條約，規定對進口鴉片徵稅，實際上將鴉片貿易合法化。但戰爭仍未結束，英法聯軍佔領北京，火燒圓明園，迫使咸豐皇帝離京避難。1860年，由咸豐帝之弟恭親王奕訢代表清廷所簽的北京條約，提高了賠款金額，重申英國有權在北京派駐外交使節，並把九龍半島和位於香港島以西的小島昂船洲割讓給英國。So this is the reading of today. 咁今日就讀到呢度啦。Now we know two more things, two more part of land were being ceded to the Britons during this second Opium War. 咁而家我哋咧就讀到咧第二次鴉片戰爭嘅時候咧就割埋九龍半島同埋昂船洲俾英國佬啦。So up till now you have to understand this. 咁讀到呢度咧，大家一定要記得啦，即係我哋要解釋俾啲外國人聽啦。Hong Kong, the Kowloon Peninsula and the Stonecutter Island were all ceded to the British during these two wars in the 19th century. 咁即係講緊咧香港島啦、九龍半島啦同埋昂船洲咧，就係喺兩次嘅鴉片戰爭之後，其實咧就係已經割讓咗俾英國啦。It's kind of important historically in a way. 咁其實咧歷史上咧呢一個即係割讓嘅呢件事咧係重要嘅咁樣。Because later on you would read about like how the other parts of Kowloon Peninsula and the new territories were actually on a lease instead of being ceded. 咁因為之後其實咧九龍嘅界限街以北去到新界嘅部分咧，就係唔係割讓係租借啊嘛。And this is why it would lead to the 1997 handover. 咁係因為咁咧，先至會有呢一個所謂嘅主權移交1997嘅。If it was just ceded, I mean， 即係如果係佢只不過係割讓咗嘅話咧 then it's most likely for the decolonization process of Hong Kong, it would be very different. 咁如果佢全部都係割讓嘅話咧，基本上對於即係香港即係之後發展、後續發展嗰個去殖民化嘅嗰樣嘢係會有好大嘅轉變咁樣樣。Well, of course, we cannot say like, you know, like, how do you say, not predict the past. 我唔知英文點講好啊，即係你唔可以望翻轉頭。You can't say like, oh, right now we can see it should happen like this. You know, like we cannot say that what if in history. 即係你唔可以歷史冇假如啦，其實就係。But I would have imagined， 即係我會想像啦。If there wasn't an other lease, later on， 如果之後唔再有呢一個即係租借呢個事情啊，繼續都係割讓嘅話。The fate, the destiny of Hong Kong and its people would be so much more different right now. 我覺得香港同香港人嘅前途同命運都將會係好唔一樣啦，同而家嘅。Unfortunately， 咁但係不幸地咧，this is not what happened, right？ 咁係啦，即係事情嘅發展不如我哋即係所願啦，咁樣樣。We'll of course continue to read the book。咁我哋都會繼續讀書啦 ，and then find out what happened later。咁然後即係去確定即係到底之後發生咩事啦，咁樣樣。But just like reading this book right now， 咁但係即係而家即係睇呢一本書啦 ，and then reading about the history of my homeland， 然後即係去重讀即係我 本身即係我自己嘅，我定義為我嘅家園、我嘅根嘅呢一個地方嘅歷史。There are so many things that just make sense to me, like how people think at the time. It's like I can almost copy that mentality to right now our situation. 即係其實睇翻即係之前啲人點樣去即係寧願要英國管治啊，即係可能或者係要衝落嚟殖民地都唔想留喺大陸啊，同埋即係啲當時嘅保寧所講嘅嘢，即係關於你唔係使用武力嘅話，其實即係你冇可能同中國人講道理啊呢啲嘢咁，係即係同而家都係即係超級一模一樣啦，好近似啦咁。The pain right now to look at Hong Kong， 我覺得而家望住香港最痛苦嘅嘢係咩嘢咧 ？It's not just on the political level， 其實唔係淨係喺嗰個政治嘅層面啦，咁樣樣。It's also because of the corruption of this entire system。因為即係成個制度、成個體系嘅呢一個咁樣嘅崩壞咧。And you can see now day to day we have more crimes。我哋真係睇到就係罪案嘅與日俱增啦，即係呢個大都會啦，係咪？And then also like the poor maintenance and quality of industrial safety in various kind of construction sites and everything. There were so many accidents recently, like and all are fatal accidents, like really horrible, terrible accidents。咁同埋即係最近嘅呢半年，我哋睇到好多唔同類型嘅工業意外啦，同埋即係唔係簡單嘅工業意外啦，即係講緊死人，次次都係即係成堆嘢冧落嚟啊，一噸嘢跌落嚟啊，即係呢啲咁樣。And also like what happened recently these few days is inside the metro, where escalator would be out of its course, like an escalator. This is like the so basic mechanical machines that have been going on for so long, and all of a sudden, like even the escalators are not working well in Hong Kong now。手扶電梯會炒啦，手扶電梯都會炒，手扶電梯已經係咁耐以嚟，即係最普，即係喺而家我哋嘅文明發展裏面最普遍嘅一個科技，一個即係機械嘅工程，點解都可以炒咧咁樣樣 ？And also what happened yesterday was really horrible. Was that like the doors of the train of the metro literally pop out？ 咁同埋就係即係呢一個下一站油麻地啦，右邊嘅車門即將彈開啦咁樣樣。And what is even more disgusting， 同埋咧，我覺得最得人驚係乜嘢咧 ？It was like how the authority were describing these things， 就係即係佢哋點樣去形容呢啲事啊 ？So this is called the displacement of the car doors. You know, it's just and in Cantonese it means like it's just kind of like it moves a little bit out of place。咁咩叫做即係車門移位咧 ？But the entire door was actually like out of place. It's not just simply。like displacing a little bit. And it's not just talking about one pair of doors, it's like 3 pairs of doors consecutively. 咁唔係淨係一對門喎，係3對門喎，即係連續咁樣一排過喎咁。And the entire door was like totally out, like it's 同埋係成隻門係真係甩咗喎。And we were just lucky because now we have all this platform protection。咁因為而家係有月台幕門啦，原來突然之間月台幕門好有用啦，即係除咗可以保護我哋唔跌落呢個路軌之外 ，other than preventing people from falling onto the rail, like this, all of a sudden these protections now protect us from doors that were coming off from the train。咁同埋即係其實就係明明就係即係出軌啦，其實係即係咁，然後又話即係少許損傷，但係你睇到係爛溝，即係爛 Q 曬啦嗰個位咁樣。And also like just this general kind of rhetoric in describing the event, trying to make it kind of like a minor incident, kind of like a very common phenomenon or whatever, where does it come from？ 然後即係搞到件事好似好簡單咁樣啊，純粹係移位啊，即係係啦，有少少即係有少少離開咗嗰個偏離咗個航道啊咁樣。But these are all safety issues, which is like of public concern, right？ 咁但係呢啲全部都係即係公眾應該要關注嘅關於安全嘅問題。And the metro is such a common, usual public transportation in Hong Kong, like it's like a major way to transport because that's how the government want it to be。咁然後地鐵係即係壟斷晒我哋嘅公共交通工具嘅網絡，其實基本上政府都係想你淨係搭地鐵咁滯。Because like once an area developed the metro system, then the bus system would sort of like recede, you know？ 咁因為如果你即係譬如我好知啊，我去做嘢嘅地方以前係冇地鐵嘅，咁就係搭巴士啦。一開始話起地鐵咧，啲巴士嘅班次就會減少啊，然後跟住就會少咗巴士去啊咁樣樣。So the entire infrastructure and the development of the transportation network is actually pushing everybody to go and take the metro。 咁其實成個香港嗰一個嘅交通嗰個嘅建設嗰個嘅機制都係拱你啲人，拱晒你啲人去坐地鐵。And for it to have such horrible standard of safety， 咁然後即係佢有一個咁差嘅安全嘅措施，即係呢個咁樣嘅準則。And it's not just happening in one kind of like station for the elevator。咁同埋即係嗰個嘅手扶電梯嗰the escalator，excuse me， 嗰個手扶電梯唔係淨係喺一個站喎，係而家講緊係2-3個站都發生呢啲事喎咁。And then a few weeks ago there were things falling off from the ceiling。咁仲有上幾個禮拜又有嘢喺上面冧落嚟啊咁樣樣。So all these are very worrying， 即係呢啲全部都係好令人擔心啦咁。And this is telling us, you know, like when you say politics has nothing to do with you， 即係當我哋講啊政治唔關我哋事嘅時候咧 ，really think about this， 諗真啲，即係 this kind of things really rarely happened when we sort of still have kind of a way to voice our opposition or to comment or to voice out our like dissatisfaction against the government。 你諗下，即係之前就算即係我哋話喺香港從來冇自由都好啦，即係喺我哋能夠有言論去，即係有評論去講關於政府有咩做得唔好啊，去評論佢嘅政策嘅時候，呢啲嘢係真係冇咁多發生。你邊有咁樣？邊有咁樣啊？邊有咁樣一單接一單啊？唔係呢樣嘅嗰樣，唔係冧呢樣啊冧嗰樣，唔係呢度死人就嗰度死人，唔係嗰度劈友就呢度劈友，即係 so we will go down into history 我哋會成為歷史教材嘅各位。Yeah, so this is it for today。咁今日就讀到呢度啦，and I'll see you again tomorrow。聽日再見，拜拜。